Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I am so excited because I just got my first check as a background actor. You want to know how I got it? Stay tuned. So basically, I got my first check as a background actor, and I'm just so excited because this is a great start to anyone who is in the film industry who wants to be an actor, or anybody who just wants to be part of the industry and just want to see how it is to be on a set. Being a background actor is just sometimes really fun and all of that. So I'm excited to tell you how to do it and how I got my start in it. So I'm excited. So basically, this one was, I won't like say a rush job, but I was lucky enough to be able to know awesome people in the industry who was able to get me on this gig, because I actually originally applied to be a PA, but by that time that I applied, I was already filled. So I was like, okay, whatever, it's fine. It's fine. But my girl Laura, love her to death, she hooked me up and was all like, hey, we need a background ASAP. Can you come? And I was like, of course I can. Basically, there's a lot of different ways you can get into the different kinds of casting agencies that are, able to, cast you for background roles and whatnot. This one in particular made a small little bitty mistake of sending the same background actors for scenes that they've already cut, for these new scenes, but that are already used for previous scenes, so they didn't have anybody they can use. So they called me and a few other people up at the dance in the production were like, hey, come on. Yeah, bad. So it was really fun. Whenever you usually go to these kinds of, gigs like for background or whatnot, you're going to be asked, not actually a lot, you're going to be asked to, wear certain things. So it really just depends. So that was fun. I had a lot of fun on set. I was able to network a lot, so that was really cool. Whenever you get there, I got COVID tested, rapid tested, because COVID testing is still very much so prominent in the film industry, which is cool, luckily. So I got COVID tested, and then right after I got my clothes that I brought with me approved or rejected by costumes. And then after I got approved for whatever I needed, sometimes you get sent over to hair and makeup, but usually they require you to come camera ready. Basically means, yeah, you're gonna come and you're gonna be ready to just go on camera, as if you were just ready to just be on camera, be on the set. So they do show what camera medic means, being. So after you get done with your project, after you get wrapped for the day, you get signed out by whoever is in charge of the background, usually like a background PA and whatnot, and they'll give you a voucher. That voucher is basically a receipt saying like, hey, this is how much you work today, this is how long you work today, this is how much you can pay for, how much you anticipate getting paid for. Granted, with your W9, with your I-9 and all of that, they'll have you fill that out as well. But with that, you get your voucher. They'll tell you everything pending approval from accounting, and you'll go on from there. That whenever you get paid, you can put that against what you were told, and if you need any kind of different, if it's wrong, then you can have that to go off of. As of lately, a lot of different background things, they use different software, and they issue out digital vouchers, so you can download that after you're done. So I think that's, how do you usually get onto these sets of background actors? It's a real question. So these casting companies usually have open calls for these positions. So I know for the one that I use, Caballero Casting, which is local to I think Louisiana, they usually have open calls that they post on their Facebook pages, their Instagram pages, and on mycastingfile.com, where you can find all of these different open calls for backgrounds and whatnot. Sometimes they're going to need you for certain things, like, oh, if you can play an instrument, oh, if you can play, this, play games, be skateboarder, ballerina. Sometimes they call for what they call real people, basically code for non-actors that are sometimes like, a lot of them are airport attendants, firefighters, policemen, chefs, somebody who is that profession or is really good at that profession. They'll call for that. Sometimes I think that calls for a bump in pay, but it really just depends. So with this one, you will be able to sign up and all of that. Link will be in the description for signing up to mycastingfile.com. It's free, and you'll be able to log in and put your cities that you chose to work in next. After that, there will be certain casting calls that will show you the whole description of how to do it. So most times you'll be able to send an email to a certain production, and it will have your name, contact information, date of birth, height, weight, and photos. These photos, you don't have to have a professional headshot for these. All you really need is a cell phone photo, clear, regular background, usually like a neutral white or so, with a headshot, like basically like from the bust up, and a full body shot. Current photos, so they'll know what you look like today. Also, if you have tattoos, let them know you have tattoos. So you send that out, and you wait, and you wait, and you wait. And then if you don't get called, it's cool. If you do get called back, then congratulations, you just got booked for a gig. So after that, they'll give you information. Right now, like I said, COVID testing is pretty rampant, so these bigger productions, they'll give you, I think, a little bump for COVID testing on top of the rate that they're giving you for your current role. So that's awesome, and it's a great way for anybody starting out to get in. Once you're in, you're basically in. You just have to be available for the days that they tell you. And a lot of times they'll do the COVID testing like a day or so before, and even have a fitting another day or so before. So just anticipate that. Anticipate being free and available for those days. I really do feel like it's a great way to get into the industry if you want to be an actor and just want to get used to being on set. I can't stress this enough. If you want to get used to being on set, you can go one of two ways: being a PA or being a background actor. You can go both ways and still end up in the same spot. It's pretty awesome if I say so myself, depending on what you want to do. So basically, yeah. And honestly, it also is a great way to, if you are going from one place to another or transitioning from probably being behind the camera to in front of the camera, background is a great way to get used to. That combined with taking classes or get networking and all of that is some of the best ways to get in there. And depending on what your position is in the, like as a background actor, you can possibly get pulled and be featured. You never know what happens. You might get lucky. Either that or you may end up, getting a higher bump depending on the situation at hand. So just be mindful of that. That's really cool. The usual rates of background usually range from about 140 to about 200 a day for 12 hours. And that's usually kind of the average. Oh, also, once you get on set, please listen to the ADs. Listen to specifically like your second, anybody who's in charge of you directly. Please listen to them because their job is already hard enough as is. So be mindful of that. A lot of times you'll get on set and they'll require you to be quiet on set. That is because, you'll need the actors, principal actors, to be able to make sure they're in the zone, make sure they get all of their different things going so they can get the best performance. And you're out there to be the world around them that helps the performance and the world of the film or series or whatever project you got going better. So just be mindful of that. And try not to take any pictures of the set because that is a big no-no. Well, yeah, big no-no. Try your best not to take any pictures on set, even if you want like proof that you're there. If things go well, the proof is going to be in the pudding once the film or series gets released. You will have that proof on there. You'll be in the scene. You'll see yourself. Maybe. But you'll be there. You will be there. Just so you know. The one con that I can possibly say, the only con that I've seen from this so far is, yeah, depending on where you live, you might not be able to make a living out of being a background actor because of like infrequent work, but if you start out, it's really great. Another con is pay. Well, the pay is decent, but you will have to wait a good long time. For example, this one that I just got paid for, I was on it roughly a month ago. So the average from what I've seen is about 2 to 4 weeks between whenever you get done with, where you get wrapped and when you receive your payment. So that's kind of one extra con to think about. Once you start getting in more consistent gigs coming in, and that after you get that first one, then you're gonna get the second one, and it's gonna come. But there's gonna be a period of time where you're not sure if you're gonna get paid or not, even though you have your vouchers ready to go. So just be mindful of that as well. Just make sure that you get yourself some income between those checks. What else? Like I said, I really believe that this is a great way to get yourself acclimated to the industry where you are, to network and possibly get more gigs down the line. I believe that this is a great way to be able to start, get comfortable, and then move forward, go, rise up. I believe that's it. I know this is more of a quickie, but I really thank you for watching, and especially if you stuck to the end. And until then, it's been Jay from CC Studios, signing out. Thank you all. Bye.